Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dig into the boring stuff so you don't have to. Today we're cracking open a 10K filing, and trust me, it's juicier than your grandma's fruitcake, but hopefully less dry. We're looking at Unite Acquisition 3 Corp, and let's just say their financial picture is more of a work in progress than a masterpiece. Prepare for a wild ride through the world of blank check companies and going concern doubts. First things first, this is their annual report for 2024. It's like a yearly checkup for the company where they have to lay out all the important details about their business and how they did financially. Unite Acquisition 3 Corp is what's known as a blank check or shell company. These companies don't really do anything except look for another company to merge with. Think of it as a dating app, but for businesses. They exist solely to find a partner, and until they do, it's mostly just swiping left and right. They were incorporated back in March of 2022. So what are they looking for in a business partner? They want a company with growth potential, a good competitive position, and strong management. They're also looking at the cost of getting involved and whether they can actually help the business grow. The company might get help from Lucius Partners, their sole stockholder, which is a company that helps healthcare companies. This basically means that they can potentially be introduced to some business partners from that group and might get some help with figuring out if they are a good match. Like many small companies, they are an emerging growth company. This means they get some breaks on the rules they need to follow, especially when it comes to accounting. It gives them some breathing room while they try to find their business match. Now, about security. The company is small and doesn't see cybersecurity as a huge risk right now. They are not too worried about hackers, but they also don't have formal processes in place to assess or manage cybersecurity threats, and they don't use third-party services to help them with security. If they do find a company to merge with, the plan is to focus more on this issue. Good news on the legal front, there are no legal problems, at least for now. Now let's talk money. This is usually the most exciting or scary part of these reports, depending on how the company is doing. There isn't an active market for their stock, so you can't just go out and buy shares easily. The company does not expect one to appear anytime soon, until a business combination happens. Currently, there are 5 million shares of common stock, all owned by one stockholder, Lucius Partners LLC. This section gives us management's take on how things are going. Since the company is basically waiting for a deal, there's not a ton of business to discuss. Since they are a blank check company, they don't have a real business plan other than finding a company to merge with. They're not making money, and they admit it's unlikely they will make money unless they find that merger partner. Over the next year, they expect to spend money on filing reports, accounting, and hopefully finding a company to acquire. They think they can cover these costs with loans from their stockholder or maybe other investors. Speaking of loans, they got a promissory note, basically an IOU from their stockholder, Lucius Partners. This is to cover expenses. They also have a service agreement with Lucius Partners, where they pay a quarterly fee for advice and support. Here's the kicker. The report says there's substantial doubt about their ability to continue as a going concern. That's business speak for, we might not be around for long if we don't find a deal soon. As of the end of last year, their total assets were just over $29,000, mostly in cash. Not exactly a fortune. Looking at the cash flow statements, they are losing money and have not made money ever. They received $275,000 from another fund by Lucius Partners at 12% interest. This helped pay off some older debts and expenses. They had a net loss of $145,866 for 2024. It's not a pretty picture, folks. They don't have any tricky off-balance sheet deals going on, so at least there's that. The report admits their financial controls are not great. They basically say they don't have enough people to do everything properly, and this could lead to mistakes. The CEO and CFO admit that their internal controls over financial reporting weren't effective as of the end of 2024. Because the company is just the director and stockholder, they don't have a code of ethics. The CEO hasn't received any compensation. He is only getting $1,000 per month for his director services. Lucius Partners LLC owns all the shares. There is one director and officer. The company is controlled by Lucius Partners, which has people involved in other similar blank check companies. They paid their accountants around $50,000 for the last year's audit. Finally, the report is signed off by the CEO, confirming that everything in it is hopefully accurate. So what's the big picture here, Unite Acquisition 3? Corp is a blank check company in search of a business combination. It's currently losing money, has limited assets, and its ability to continue as a going concern is in doubt. It is relying on its stockholder for loans, but it's unclear if that will be enough. The biggest thing that would change its direction would be a good acquisition. The major risk is that they won't find a suitable business to merge with and will eventually run out of money. The opportunity is that they could find a great business and create value for investors, but it's a high risk, high reward situation. In conclusion, Unite Acquisition 3 Corp is in a tough spot. It's basically a company waiting for a miracle. Whether that miracle will happen is anyone's guess. Their future is uncertain, and I wouldn't bet my life savings on it. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like, comment and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Until next time, stay decoded.